So as you start open, I'm just trying to look for the overall rectangular shape that the most part of the car is there. So I'm just going to kind of angle a couple lines across and give it an end. So this is the front. Let's see if I can get this better on the screen here. Okay, so that's going to give me the front of the car. The side of it is, I don't see too much of the side, but I'm going to I'm still keeping them parallel. Make it easy on yourself. And just taper the back end. So I have the front and the side of this, and this can always change. Trying to find the back side of this, keeping these parallel. If you do change them, you want to change them so that they angle together this way. If they're parallel, you don't want them doing this. You want them being a little more acute, so you turn them in that way, if anything other than keeping them parallel. Now once you find the this box shape for this car, to find the center, you're always just going to cross these diagonals. If I cross the diagonals with the pencil, you'll see the line that it makes, like so. But if I do it from corner to corner and just lightly put a line across there, there's the center line right there, and go up this way. And what you're trying to do is bisect this, and this is the center of this object in this isometric view or perspective view, so it gives me that look to it. Okay? The next step is just to try to look for the cab part of the car. So I'm going to start it off as a rectangle first, same as the front of the car. Sketch this across and just taper it down this way. Okay, so a very box design for this particular model. And then once you get to that point, just going to angle these. Had it start off as a vertical, now just going to angle these. So now it's going to fit a little bit for the windshield. I'm going to extend this front out a little bit more than what I had. So I'm just going to add to it. It's light enough that I can build on that. So now I pretty much have that beginning section minus the wheels. And now once I have the front of the grille, again I have the center line, I moved mine up a little bit, is to go ahead and just start to find these shapes that are there for the lights. Kind of sketch them in. Again, take a look at the front of the car there. That's going to the beginning. And this has a bumper, so I'm just giving it a little thickness to it. Okay. Minor look to it. Piece, so the 5 circles, kind of sketching them out, picking the first and fifth one. Can highlight a little bit. But then whatever your shape is, kind of think of it rectangular first, depending on what it is. And then that's when you can kind of, now the gesture line is something that is, if it's curved, sometimes we're thinking of aerodynamics. This first car we drew wasn't too aerodynamic, but the idea was trying to see whatever your idea is to come up with and whatever you think of to add to that piece. Whether it has a longer trunk size. So this is basically the idea of the thumbnail sketch. And then the 1 or 2 point perspective. If this was in 1 point, you want it from the top view, you could pick a point that all these lines would go to. And now you'd be illustrating it, giving a little bit of a top view here. If it was in the 2-point, then it would go a little bit further. So let's see if this will make it come across. And again, the sketching it for a 2-point idea is just the same idea as we did before, kind of the isometric sketch. So see if you can't look through